Hello everybody, I hope everyone is having a great day so far. Welcome to my Vlogmas series, Merry Bookmas. My name is Oshale and this is kind of a Vlogmas bonus video. In this video I basically just wanted to talk to you guys about how I rate books and why I give books the ratings that I do. I especially wanted to put this out because I am going to be doing book reviews on my channel and I kind of want you guys to know how I came to the rating, and why and all that jazz. So stay tuned if you want to find out more. Now on Goodreads, the ratings are as follows. 1 star means you did not like it. Like, just no. 2 stars means it was okay. Like, alright, I read it. Yeah. 3 stars means I liked it. Like, I liked it. I liked it. 4 stars means I really liked it. I really liked it. I really liked it. 5 stars means it was amazing. It was amazing. This book was so amazing. Oh my god, it was amazing. So that's how Goodreads kind of rates, their star system. My star system is similar, but it's pretty similar but a little bit different. For me, it's hard for me to say that a book was bad unless it was offensive or just written really poorly with a lot of grammatical errors, which obviously you're not going to see in a professionally, actual published book. You see that more in self-publishing, but yeah, that's besides the point. So it's hard for me to say that a book was bad because as a writer, I know the blood, sweat, and tears it goes into writing a novel, and I know what that means, and these books are these authors' babies, and I just don't want to malign someone's baby. You don't want to tell someone that their baby is ugly or bad or not good enough. So I am very hesitant to give 1 star ratings. I don't think I ever really have. Not to mention, I tend to read books that I know I'm going to enjoy. I do a lot of research behind the books that I pick out, and I just don't really pick books willy-nilly. I have trusted recommendations that I get from friends or booktubers that I like or book bloggers that I trust and like. And then there's also, my own personal research that I do via Amazon and other websites, especially Goodreads now. I do look up a lot of books on Goodreads. So it is very seldom that I read a book that I absolutely just hate and just don't like. That tends to happen more when I kind of take a chance on a self-published book or an independently published book via Amazon on my Kindle that, it's a hit or miss. But even then, I read the reviews and I like to read the lowest score reviews on Amazon. So I will read a 1 star, 2 star, or 3 star review to kind of gauge whether I feel that their grievances with the novel are valid to me. Because what annoys one person or what one person dislikes about a book may not bother me. And for some people, they just don't like the genre or they don't like the storyline. So I know not to take that into account. So for me, 1 star is really rare. I usually don't. So on Goodreads, 1 star means I did not like it. And for me, 1 star means just poor. It was just poor quality novel. It wasn't written well. There were spelling mistakes, grammatical errors, again, usually only seen in the self-publishing world. Or, it's offensive. I find this racist or sexist or, offensive in some way to some group of people or, all groups of people or maybe just even humanity. Like, this was offensive, it was poorly written, it was poorly executed, or it was muddled, or, the storyline wasn't well fleshed out, the characters weren't, more technicalities for me. Now, a 2 star on Goodreads means it was okay. Now, for me, I also don't give a lot of 2 star reviews because, like I said before, I do a lot of research before I pick up a book. I just do. I like to read books that I know I'm going to like. At least I hope I'm going to like. So my 2 star is very similar to Goodreads. They say it was okay, I say good. Good meaning technically everything was there. You know, it was well written. It was, you know, there are no grammatical errors or, you know, mistakes. The plot was well outlined. The characters were fleshed out. But there's just something missing. Maybe it just was dry, or, you know, it was dull or boring, or the story didn't really move. There's just something missing. So 2 stars, or it was okay, or good means that technically everything was there and needed to form a well-written novel, but there was just something missing for you. Some sort of spark, some sort of enjoyment was just not there. It wasn't your thing. You weren't that really into it. You read it. It was like okay for you. It was good. It was a good book, but you would never reread it. You would never, you know, if you could go back, you wouldn't have picked it up. 3 stars on Goodreads, it means I liked it. And 3 stars for me means great. This was a great book. And I think that the 3 stars is underused. I feel like a lot more books should get 3 stars, because 3 stars is actually pretty darn good. And I wish that Goodreads would allow half stars, because there are so many books that I give 3.5 stars to, which means it was great, but it wasn't quite to 4 stars, which I will get to in a moment. A great book means technically everything was there. The story was interesting. The pacing was great. I was enjoying it. I enjoyed reading it, but it's not a favorite. It's not going to make it to my favorites. It didn't really add anything to my life. I didn't learn anything new particularly, but it also didn't take away anything. I wouldn't give back those hours that I spent reading this novel. I do not regret picking up this novel. It was a great read. It was solid. So that's how I feel about 3 stars. 4 stars on Goodreads, I really liked it. For me, means excellent. This was an excellent read, and I give a lot of 4 stars. This, you know, it was, so that's why the half stars are so important, because some books are a little bit better than great, but not quite too excellent. And excellent is when a book really begins to touch you, it moves you, it stays with you. You think about the characters after you've read it, after you've put it down. Your brain remembers those characters, you remember the storyline, you remember the plot. The book was so well written, and you feel as if it was like art. It was so well written. And you really enjoyed every minute of reading it. You will purchase it. If you didn't purchase it, if you borrowed it from the library, you will want it on your shelves. You will want to reread it. You will be recommending it to people left and right, giving it as a gift. That is, you know, 4 stars. Excellent. Just excellent. That brings me to 5 stars. 5 stars means, for me, this book changed my life. This book was beyond excellence. This book belongs in its own category in and of itself. Now on Goodreads, 5 stars means it was amazing, and I don't give a lot of 5 stars. I don't give a lot of 5-star ratings, because to me 5 stars means so much. Not only is the book well written, it's amazingly written. It's written in a way that may even be revolutionary or so different and just so out of the box, but in such an amazing way. So technically it is beyond sound. There are no holes to be found. Same with the plot and the storyline, just no holes. Executed perfectly. You know, you think about books that have moved you and changed you in a way that it will stay with you forever, for the rest of your life. They become some of your favorite books. You go back to them again and again. The characters are sometimes more real to you than real people, and you just hold it so dear and so close to you. And you recommend these books to everyone. You've given them out multiple times as gifts, and these books are just up here for you. You know, you're never going to get tired of reading them or hearing about the stories. You're always going to support the author that wrote that book. You buy everything else that they write because you love the book so much. So that is what 5 stars means to me. It just means this book was superb. It was beyond excellent and belongs in a category of itself. So yeah, that is how I rate books. I believe in being a critical reader. I think it's very important to examine everything that you read and to always question and to keep kind of pushing your own personal boundaries and keep going outside of your comfort zone. I feel that self-education is very important, not just, you know, the institutional education that we receive, but, you know, just exploring for yourself and reading for your own betterment and, you know, to better yourself and to expand your own mind. Because I do so much research before I pick up a novel, and I really make sure that it's going to be something that I'm interested in, that I enjoy. That is the reason why I give a lot of 3-star reviews, because being a great book, in my eyes, is a high achievement. Writing a great book is a high achievement. That is something, you know, really worth something. It's not something to be frowned upon or looked down on. It's not a bad review or a bad rating. 3 stars is quite a good rating for me. You know, when we move more into the 4 and 5-star categories, that's when you really start getting into books that have become a part of you and that will forever be a part of you and remain with you. Books that have taught you lessons, that have changed you, that have helped you to become a better human being, and that you will always go back to again and again. And that's it. That is how I rate books. And I would really love to hear what you guys think about this. What do you think about the Goodreads rating system in general? How do you rate books, and are you a critical reader, or do you just tend to just take things in and kind of internalize them and just move on to the next book? How do you feel about, you know, 3-star ratings or even 2 or 1-star ratings? And how do you personally rate books? What is your rating system? And what books do you choose to read? Do you like to read purely for enjoyment and entertainment? And do you make sure to pick up books that you will enjoy? Or do you enjoy reading books that you know you're perhaps not going to like, and you just want to be super critical and really kind of rip it apart for yourself? Because I do know there are people that kind of routinely enjoy reading books that they kind of want to pick apart. I feel that being critical is a positive thing. I think it's only negative when you are constantly maligning books and authors and putting them down and tearing them down for, you know, almost no reason, and you enjoy being negative about literature. I think that's when criticism can take an ugly turn. I think criticism is actually meant to be positive, and it's meant to help us examine ourselves, not only as readers, but as people, and what we bring to our reading experiences and what we can take away from our reading experiences. How reading a book can change and expand your mind, can really change your thoughts or your opinions on a particular subject, or maybe how it can reinforce your own beliefs that you already had before picking up the book. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I really thank you all for watching and for listening to me ramble about ratings. I look forward to talking to you all in the comments, and I wish you all have a great night. Happy holidays, and I will see you in my next Bookmas Vlogmas video. Bye y'all. Bye guys.